Kind of like the kid in the candy store in here. It's a wine cellar, but it almost kind of looks like the shelves of the adjacent wine shop. This
Yeah.
must be a fun place to work.
It is. It is. It's sort of a lot of opportunity, and there's just exciting to be in this industry with all of this right now. So, yeah.
And how long have you been at Toasted Oak?
About 2.5 years. So, yeah, just been redeveloping it and trying to make it sort of BC's leader in local food and wine, and trying to represent all BC has to offer. And yeah.
No, it's your influence, but who has allowed you to be able to do this?
The owners, two local fellas, and great guys. Jim Ruland, local contractor. He's the one who actually redeveloped and renovated the old fire hall here. So he tried to, keep it to what it was. It would have been a lot easier to probably knock her down and build something brand new, but he's kept a lot of that heritage with the community. And then another great fellow, Dr. Alan Ruddiman, just a local physician here in town, and they both bring up a lot of sort of really good skills to mine, and I think together we've managed to put together an amazing sort of BC showcase, I guess, is the best way to call it. So
that's exactly what I was going to say. It seems natural that you would have people that are local, that are very passionate about the work that is being done here, and realizing that it's of such quality and deserves to be featured as such.
Totally. I mean, this is sort of my goal. I think right from the get-go has always been having the image of like an Italian bistro, or local eatery that you'd come into and you'd see the local winemakers talking politics and talking winemaking, and at the same time, it's drawing in tourists so that they get a taste of local food, local wine, the same way you go to Italy or the south of France, so that it's it's BC's own showcase of that, and it allows the winemakers there, they can use the place as a soapbox or a showcase, or or just a local hangout. So it's very versatile that way, which I'm glad it's sort of morphed itself into, which has been a lot of fun. So
you've got the restaurant and you have the VQA shop. How do people go from one to the other, and is there crossover? Can you buy wine and bring it in? How does all that work?
They're both kept very separate. This wine store was the latest. There's only 20 of those types of licenses in BC. So this was the last one to be issued, and we run them very separately. So if I say I have 400 plus labels in the wine store, those are not the same 400 plus labels I have in the restaurant. So the wine store only carries VQA wines, and for BC that's just wines that are certified by our governing board. Doesn't mean anything that's not certified VQA is not as good. It just means because it's a voluntary option at the moment. So you can choose to be in the organization or not. So the restaurant, I carry both VQA and non-VQA, and just offer again that broader spectrum. I still carry wines all the way from Salmon Arm in the north to the Soyuz in the south to Fraser Valley and Vancouver Island in both. So it's giving sort of the whole province. And I think as we have 130 odd wineries, I think this year, I think between the two, I approach at least 80-90 of those wineries right now, and the rest are not for lack of trying. It's just a matter of being able to get them in and fit them in, and not break the bank as well. So
it's remarkable that, as far as we know, that your wine list here is perhaps the only one of its kind in the province. Do you know of anyone that's close?
I think Naramata Heritage Inn is doing an excellent job with their list. They've got I believe, a BC only list as well. That's nothing to shy about. I know there's other wine lists that have a great presence of BC, but they also balance it with international or foreign wines. Sioux Harbor House is amazing. I believe even Araxi and that up in Whistler, very strong in what I call some BC blue chips, those that are very sought after, or those that are very award winning, that sort of thing. So here, most of the wines for the restaurant are coming in because of, I guess, my palate. The VQA store, we bring them in because we just want to have the biggest selection. But anything that gets listed on the wine list here has to go through me, I guess, to make it. So, and it's not about me trying to push ego or anything like that. It's just a matter of fitting customer requests, price points, diversity, everything else. So it's bringing in wines that I feel are going to offer up an excellent value and selection. So yeah.
And what's your background, and how did you come to be doing what you're doing now?
15 years, I guess, actually. And about 3 years I swore I'd never get in the restaurant industry again, but I'm still here. And actually started up as a cook and became a chef, and just realized cooking wasn't complete until I had the balance of understanding both food and wine. It's all one sort of Pacific Northwest. BC, Washington, Oregon. There's a lot of similarity in styles and microclimates and everything else that I think warrant us as a whole region. I don't look at the border as a difference or a new beginning or an end. It's it's just a political line, and I think as a major region, I think we've got some major world clout, and it's exciting. I think we're all still a very young industry, and I'm looking forward to sort of the next 10, 20 years and seeing where it's going to go, knowing where it's come from. So yeah, it's just exciting sort of from this perspective.